I can never forget this day. A weekday evening at a tribal casino in Southern California. In the high limit room, against the wall, there's $3 million Dragon Link machines. You got Golden Century, you got Panda Magic, you got Happy and Prosperous. Across from those three machines, you have a bank of Huff and Even More Puff high limit machines. I'm sitting there minding my own business. All of a sudden, a well-dressed, middle-aged man approaches one of the Dragon Link $1 million machines and sits down. I noticed him right away. He was wearing a suit, business attire, spins $125 spins, $5 denom. Now he starts playing at a 125 and then he would switch over to 250 bets. 125, 250. I'm finishing up with my session. So I said, let me sit next to this guy because if anything, I'm going to be doing my $25 spins. Minimum bet on the Dragon Link $1 million machine is $25. I'm going to be doing my spins at 25. I want to just see how this guy plays and how big he plays. It's not every day where you see a guy putting in $10,000, $20,000 tickets. So I sat next to him. He goes through his first ticket. Done. $10,000 without a single bonus. Takes out a second ticket from his jacket. It's $20,000 ticket. Without breaking a sweat, without talking to anybody, without talking to me. And I'm sitting there minding my business, but from the corner of my eye, I'm looking at him, his play, and I'm enjoying his play. I'm not even paying attention to what I'm doing. Finally, it was a $6,000 hand pay. And of course, he had fast pay. Boom. I'm doing well. I'm getting my line hits. I got a few bonuses, $900, $800. Not a peep from this gentleman. And I don't want to bother him. He's a high low roller. Anytime you see high rollers, you don't want to bother them. They're in their own zone. They're gambling away a lot of money. And you just don't want to spark up a conversation and just bother their mojo, because I don't know who this guy was. Maybe he was a multi-millionaire. Maybe he was gambling away his mortgage. $10 denoms. $500 spends. He goes through all his tickets. In a matter of a half hour, $75,000 worth of tickets. Because I was betting my $25 to spin and I got a hand pay in between all this action going on. I don't have fast pay at that casino. I don't think I even qualify for it. So I'm sitting there waiting for it. This gives me some opportunity to watch some action. I hate the feeling of dumping back money while I'm waiting for the cash. So I learned a lesson and I said, I'm never spinning any spins until I get paid after the hand pay so I could reevaluate my situation. I'm not in any rush. Plus I got this Korean guy playing high action next to me. There's a lot of action around me. And says, excuse me, sir, would you mind watching my machine? I go, hey, no problem. And I'm sitting there, $25 a spin. I watch his machine. He comes back. Starts playing again. Again, high limit. $500 a spin. $250 a spin. I mean, he must have put in another $60,000. $60,000 in that same machine. They didn't move machines one bit. I get up. I move over to the Huff and Puff across the aisle. Mind you, he's still in my sight. He gets up the second time. Okay? Now this time, I'm over the aisle. Doesn't ask me to watch his seat. But he turns his seat. Comes back with another set of tickets. Now at this point, he's probably down about $160,000. If I were to guess, a lot of money. He went to the cage a couple of times to get these tickets. Finally, he hits something. A huge hand pay. How big? $110,000. $110,000 hand pay. Okay? $500 a spin. Got some really good orbs. Hit the minor. Big orbs as well. Combination of the minor and big orbs. Every time you hit a hand pay that's over $10,000 at this casino, they have to do their due diligence on the machine. They call up a separate manager to take a look at the machine, take some pictures, blah, 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 going back and forth. So it takes some time to pay out. Kindly start conversating with the guy. Hey, man, that's a nice hit. Congratulations. Super nice guy. Tells me that he's still down. Finally, they call him to the cage. I'm assuming they paid him out. So he has a fresh set of tickets. I'm assuming it's the hand pay. To make a long story short, he burns through that $110,000. Gone. Whatever money he won, whatever money he brought, whatever money, I don't know, maybe he had markers. I have no idea. All I know is he was putting in those Tito's and he was losing it all. The only big pay was that $110,000. The only reason why I know he burned through his money, because I see him get up, put his hands in his pockets, take out 6 wrinkled $20 bills, put in that same machine $20 bills. After going through, I'd say $150,000, $200,000 of his own money and $110,000 hand pay, he reaches out for 6 $20 wrinkled bills in his pocket. Here's a guy about an hour ago spinning $500 spins, loses that, gets up, looks at me, waves a little bye-bye, smiles, walks out that room, and I never see him again. The reason why I want to tell this story is because everybody has their level of play, okay? What I'm trying to say is everybody is different. Everybody's situation at a casino is different. You might be going in there with $1,000. That same $1,000, that guy, $200,000 is his $1,000. Or maybe, like I said, he borrowed the money and he was just trying to hit it big. I didn't question him. I didn't ask him. I didn't even ask him what he did. If it was somebody else in my place, they would ask him, hey, man, you come here a lot? You gamble a lot? I mean, what's going on here? And, what's the deal? What do you do? I mean, are you a business owner? Are you a gambler? Never seen this guy in my life. But he was so calm, cool, and collected. But he was probably hurting inside. It made me realize, leaving that casino that night, that money in a casino, there's no value. There's really no value. Thought I'd share this story because it stuck with me. If me and a buddy of mine said, you know what, if we're up $1,500, let's take that $1,500 and do $100 spins. 15 spins at 100. Something fun like that. But betting that level for that long, I'm gambling for the entertainment. But for him, I think he was gambling because he was a gambler. Big difference. Is there such thing as a professional slot machine player? I don't know. You tell me. Is there? I heard of professional poker players. But a slot machine player? I want to thank him for opening my eyes. That night I said I would never be that guy. I would never be that guy that walks in there, dumps $200,000. He basically dumped someone's really good yearly salary in 2 hours. It hurt. And I had some losses, but nothing like that. Nothing like that. Not even close. A real gambling story that I witnessed and I will never forget. And to never, ever copy. Well, you know what? I wouldn't mind hitting that 6-figure hand pay. That part, yeah, I want to copy. But you need to bet big for that. Hey, one time, we go crazy sometimes. We say, hey, let's bet 2 spins at $250 just for the hell of it. Maybe during that time, give me those 6 beautiful orbs. I've seen crazy things happen, guys. That's just one night that I will never forget. We'll talk to you later, guys. Like, subscribe, and share. More true gambling stories on the way. More play on the way. I'll see you guys later. Have a good night. Rock and roll.